And if you are that, you're going to light, you're going to social. And they begin come about our Jay. We're coming to the Nako Fanko Aba. Our Jay home common Baby. And if you are see, I yes, I Usrawale Jaya Unyawale Pat. You can't trust, I know Usrawale Jaya Unyawale Pat. Sanity. No crabby woman, Usrawale Jaya Unyawale Pat. Dano another Kuma would. Onusra Jaya warrior actress by quite down super singer. Baby, we second marriage in Wedai.
And I said, go for a Jaya warrior.
Even if it's 1,000 times. Would I obey worry?
Ah, now so for crab, camping class of Jaya.
I saw for the yeah, okay. I saw for
the Archbishop be ready.
Oh, Archbishop, I don't know them. No, they didn't no shame. Was I worried? Yane Uncle Kweku Edumota and a babe Juma Uncle Kweku Edumata and a babe Juma. Na ninyina say obi ne lata aba na mebe kan bi mu atie bi na waboae na yetumi aboa nipa no komo na ni kan ebetumi abie wo pono safo awe etumi bie wo pono these issues and na wokọ eye baby a yedede sisi akra de esan abe fontentan kase ni nti won hyeda anko banks obehu say boga fro yere no masolai ya omo jiji sika na obeduru ho na de we o masolai ho na ya na ahomtumi say boga wale yedene nezi sa na nipa leta ni ma me kan no from ya
leta do be kan boga yero mo yede omo sala omo yede
ba ko hopa no masala kwaji bosi you know say mama ma kwasolai ni bisa da o na ne abe fonti ye solai yes. I am writing this letter with a heavy heart and not because I am unsure of what I want, but because I don't know what the right thing to do is anymore. My name is Medidi Nesi Mr. I am a 28-year-old. I sell in a small shop in Accra, and it was through the shop that my life took a turn, both for the better and the worse. It also started 2 years ago when a customer walked into my shop. He was polite, friendly, and over time we became friends. As our friendship grew, he introduced me to his brother who lives in the UK. Let's call him Kwame. Kwame and I started talking over the phone and before I knew it, I was falling for him. He seemed perfect, a gentleman who was kind, loving, and had a sense of security that I had never felt before. Kwame came to Ghana, and after a few months of dating, he asked me to marry him. I was overjoyed. He seemed like the dream husband, caring, supportive, financially stable. We had a simple but beautiful wedding, and it was the happiest day of my life. But that happiness was short-lived. Kwame left Ghana just 2 weeks after our marriage. I was left alone. But I was okay with that, thinking we will soon be reunited. Shortly after he left, I found out I was pregnant. I was thrilled, thinking this would bring us closer. I gave birth to a beautiful baby, and I waited for the day when we would all be together as a family. But it's been 2 years now, and Kwame hasn't returned. He hasn't even made any serious plans for me to join him in the UK. I've asked him countless times when we will finally be together. And each time he gave me vague answers, saying he's working on it. Another year has passed, and still nothing has changed. The truth is, I am lonely. Not just emotionally, but physically as well. Kwame has never been one for phone intimacy, and even when I suggest it, he brushes it off. I'm starving for affection, for connection, for the warmth of another person, but I cannot even remember the last time I felt his touch. He provides for us financially though. On our last anniversary, he sent me $3,000. That's how he shows his love, but I'm beginning to feel like money isn't enough. A few months ago, I attended a friend's birthday party. It was supposed to be a simple night out, but that's when I met him. Let's call him Michael. We had a few drinks, and I don't know how it happened, but we started talking constantly after that night. Michael is everything I have been missing. He's attentive. He listens. He's here. He's not just a voice on the phone. He's a presence, a warmth I haven't felt in so long. One thing led to another, and we slept together. It was a mistake, I know that. But it was also the most alive I have felt in years. It wasn't just about the sex. It was about feeling wanted, feeling like a woman again. But now I'm stuck. I want more. But I'm terrified because I'm still married. Michael has made it clear that he's available whenever I want. He's even mentioned that he would marry me if I wanted. He's well-to-do, single, and he's of age. But he's also running out of time, and I know he won't wait forever. He's told me as much, and the idea of losing him is tearing me apart. But then, there's Kwame. He's good to me in his own way. He doesn't deserve to be cheated on, but he's also not helping things. I'm so sexually and emotionally frustrated that I don't know what to do anymore. My family is worried sick, calling me a lonely married woman, and I'm beginning to think they are right. So here I am asking for your advice. Should I ask for a divorce? How do I even begin the process? What will happen to our child, to the little property we have? I'm emotionally drained, sexually frustrated, and I feel like I'm at a breaking point. Please tell me what to do. Tree, brofuni nyina tintin ntietiam na oba o hia bema o UK. One ne ware o mo oba ba ko. Bema ne ko enfie mienu. Wa o mae the fie the third year still na o mae. Okoshia branch foforo. O say your friend Michael. Okoshia ne yesa o hia ne sa adwemmoni mu namfosem. Edu baby na chi say o mo ko baby kolomansa na ya na tatata ba mu na chi say. But ni nyina ne say o say o emotionally drained like wa flip set on filiso yo ba wa ware de aha wonya nkane ma be koso ba ni kunu wa brochi ono o mefa no ono so a ko ye ne fie miensa ni o ma fie eno ho nkomo ene ye ba bebo nti dwendwe ho wa bisa so onya ne wonya obeja ware onyai because abrantie no a ono ne wo ho sei no ono so ya abrantie a bembunu but wonyini opese o ware no ba ono wa ware dada enti wonja ba ko no ware we anaso onya ne den en ko ba ye boni na men ko me guest so me mana kwaba na me misa na dwenche e fa sa asemi ho yera eye ana uncle edu matter
kwekwedu matter yes ma yes ma
uncle bokodi
mejo so yeah uswe wonderful you looking splashy
oh I'm laughing
yes
I don't know, what do you think about this letter? Is it normal? Does it happen? It shouldn't be happening.
Normal, but there's a lot of loopholes.
Them.
Sab Berman cancer or ban say wajano.
Baby.
Obano no wakako na man wako or pen no deba. So there is a gap, a vacuum created as to among kasa. Yeah, there's a distance as well. But what is the conversation like? Kasa mo kasa na eseya. I'm not saying now Kwame discount, but on the bar, what do you say to? What I'm saying is the first point, Obano want to me and Jane who say war worry.
One mere worry and once or worry.
Exactly.
Say because then America Western Union, you be quite baby. One more job,
the basis for you to marry, there's so many things. But you should be able to plug it around the future. Said that chinti and I may pay and yet 90.
Now, because the basis for you to marry near my baby,
baby, na me boss bay. What will pisca? I'm off a busia. Could you believe when Lady Biba may hold for counseling? Why do you want to marry this man? Was it the surname kills me? Mimi, the surname. Obidia no ko no.
E di ni ya ne de. Keke.
No. Me catch it.
Enu to wa no dia to ni din so. The surname ya.
Was it the man na ne massing?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Enu dey worry.
Yes, so there are so many reasons. But the focal point or the focal reason is that dachi. Yai. Minumi and ye ni mochna.
There be.
And then yenim. At the end, how do we put ourselves together so that if tomorrow comes, ye be at the warrior na ye where I watchna. And you know, and no did now me now Kesua.
We okay, but ochna.
Mo. And to say Kasa no be Kasa.
Now warrior you do not know because we do something we do really think about now.
And no
bossy intimidated and mabe home baby. Aha, na say bia what ni dom. Obi also na mesum ni Kristo ni.
Yes.
And so obebo adwama de obewa. That's why I worry.
But yeah, you see, you don't go in just like that person me worry. Yantia worry as it. That is what I've done my search and realize. Obia sorry me management I'm call for right. My name for worry.
But most of these people are societal pressure.
Which you shouldn't do.
Ebusia for more pressure. Onye now worry. Onye now wo. Onye now onye see. Onye it's about say. It's
true. It's true. And we allow when yes and now you can make the right choice. Our area is about choice. If you don't make the right choices right now, one year, and at the end, you say, "O call ye na ye na saba." When you're stronger, obe say, obe tete, unjo be ndi bio, umbo be bio, obia hu ye he. These are the honor. To the letter, oba non to no boss. On come back to Kwame ho. Now on and discuss it. Kwame, there is something you are doing I'm not too much enthused about. The way we talk and yet distance into my jatum. But let me feel I'm a wife. Probably now, Kwame sees you.
Or you don't know idea because I mean
nobody is taking that thing away from her.
Yes.
Say own your wife.
Yeah.
Before so be share Kwame.
Yeah.
You don't know net. So what is it again? Kwame ne wa ba be wo.
But dia me kurumesi ade a wonye bi dade we dey. Oh, my fan ho but ade a waso bi ahwe de. E ya na wo say jinjan ko.
And ono so tiase in the first place. Ohun mema bebre e wo Ghana ha. But ochusu be ma free UK aba. Ah onim say.
With the promise say or de ne be ko.
Na de
yes. So that is the basis.
Boshe no.
But yen for boshe en wari o.
Ta.
Ya de ntiase any nimdia na worry. I need to understand you, yeah. What are your pluses and minuses? Dear now pen I won't pay. How would I be able to adjust myself? Adjusting yourself is marriage.
But that's difficult. Adjusting
it is. It's our idea, no. Our idea, every second, every minute, you need to think of what you do tomorrow. Okay, Kwame. What can you say? What would you say? Would you say something to cause the people down and I say, no. So all these things are, I'm sorry. And then I say, Aqualan worry, a penina worry. I don't know penina worry because the wisdom. No. It's a wisdom. It's all my age. Good.
Yes, I made 35 in
Debbie, what did 35 now to me and reason through with me? Then where
are we? Now, our formula.
And the formula, and say, what's none here, you know? A dear coin, a dear year, you be any ending. You keep asking yourself this way. It didn't say, I may banner me no Casana, you are not now with Samia, maybe because fortunately. I still need to be able to be there and be talking to you.
We don't know what host. We know who hosts tomorrow, but we don't know what tomorrow hosts for us. And you are talking about tomorrow. Bible goes across my me and you are the chain. Now you can say,
because I didn't know what we're in as a contain. So that you have a good shape. So we need a home, a Cadiana, won't you know? Make us a future now. It's all about. Semeniti na mihua ya worry. O yare na ho towa ya worry. Bibi ebesi bi asem to na sebi me bad good ya worry. So it is about occurrences. Marriage is about occurrences. It's about situation you find yourself. And it's one to boss anti baby a wona untumi. And now you should be able to be empathetic towards the other person. Said dear one panel, and yet there was so panel, but modern ye, but man yam rosso. So that at least at the end of the day, no, you bet my year who ye near tear must say. Yakasa warrior, da. These are the things.
And the money a day.
And the money a day. And now people also assume say me ba beji we, me ba benya we, me ba no ma you say. The expectation of marriage, you know, are high.
Say no na be ma wa choose be ma say bia we me pe doctor.
One aspect of our culture. One aspect of our culture. I yet me you free.
Obetimi asida ma me ma be.
I don't know. Me kwa sorry bi kra ma so for kra ni preaching no shira warrior so.
Voila.
Or say taxi driver de enkofa bi ma ha. What? Truck driver enkofa bi ma. Yes, me I was sitting in that church.
That is the problem I have. Who me no, you can't conclude me. Any question we say namtie. Make a taxi. But do you know what tomorrow will bring to me? And it will be bigger. It is a would be a year dear.
How would you even assess the person's tomorrow? Because you'll be able to
Yes.
How?
You
today, I mean,
one somehow become one near be ye and yama of faso ye near I'll be able to
that's the so we more.
So we get a must be
catch of brutal.
Yeah, if I come and I said I want to marry you, and I may start take us, oh, young Kodidi, go say, I'm not seeing anything of building together. Where lies the future? Where lies the future? It's a Nigiano, Mommy and Jonoso. Say, yeah, your relationship, ma, you bet my idea, no. I know Crown is about analysis, studying, and knowing well. That is relationship. Or class a dating or what? Dating, they say, any you share, any but you need to be able to take your time. So one told was you make a wrong choice. And to me, it's the choice that matters. Sabi obian wari ni perform. It me who want me worry at the pebble the woman tina me fire. And it's not many, it's only one. Bako. I can see tomorrow in you. Me who watch na. So me who watch na woman and then me. Eti obana who watch na ewo kwame. But they should discuss it. When you say cry, onjai that admonition say when you be no person worry no jawari no.
Because ne be beat.
No, I said no one end.
You see,
no end. Before Kwame. Before Kwame don't ho.
Fantastic. Na make can say I don't know who can be that and no problem.
Na no ever so sharp.
And make a catfish is coming we be that come. But me na we be that there. And not capeno.
Last week I started so working. When you be last week.
But how long
and that's will be a scrap na your mouse see a crown.
Yeah.
But how long would you be able to hold on?
No, but you see that is the adjustment he is talking about.
The third year still or my
that is the adjustment he's talking about.
I
didn't know you be near Nanto baby.
But maybe the just
now only be no when you be
I am a day.
Hey,
I am the
no one any day.
I am a day. Many day. No problem, no.
Yanko Paul boy saying never.
But that's what they can home.
But yeah, my one dino and I would then name a profession a preceding over somebody.
But chief, Yamin about what do.
Yes, I think I can, but you need to moderate it. Oh, I'm not trying to say,
no, here.
But if I'm not able to see what I'm seeing in you, where lies the jail? Again, my common. Our answer must be commonality. Minim wana minim or non to know ye union name say. Unia butra you can do it. Udi too much of expectation ekomwa ubeti. And as also jaya impam yen jayo. Yeah. Dear wo jaye and a dear jano. Watch it wallow. The old giant has a reason for going out. Ofuze wo bre, ofuze niema ya niya, eti woko. And the ye jano no always will apologize. Oima, I'm so sorry, I've made a mistake. Yes, see how we can do it. So one told was yante sadie mienu asa. mo betitimu eti wo hwa de bia de wo jae no ewo more or less a stance to argue himself or herself
yeah
too.
yeah
you see eti oba no onto no boss enye gidigidi asem
na
bema na wo ba no wa hu bi wo ba no eti Michael is it
yeah
so Michael has a notion say oh minya na mepe
me ware no
wasa wo ba ko tumutuma obi ama so there are so many things in
it you also not doing what it is say mepe ba wo ba ko tumutuma obi aka
exactly
yeah no ba na esa na wo how be na wo de bre wa wo ho ne yakwa
hey wo bre because you are indecisive unim baby a wo kɔ unim hwan a wo ye because uko we amfa no asaba who are you nanai you need to understand your real being sa real being no ana ma wo ye closer to God because minim dia mepe na minim dia mejenti me ye said is fata so when you get it to that point to know who you are, forget it. That's the mistakes we all made when you're quiet. Because me, I told myself, so me did 30 hours every while. No, that is wrong ticket.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. To what extent your reasoning is, and the lady in question or the man in question, how well do you know? Minimum. Why not it will minimum? But they are brought together. And I'm now going to start learning all these things. I mean, come in, Joe. Yanina, and Yaman 9 and holding us up. So to me, a tiasia, the environment you are coming from, baby, I will free. Baby, I will free you.
Yeah, sure.
Tatiano and some is there. Experiences you've gotten is also part of you.
Yeah.
Education you've gotten is also part of you. And then, of course, expectation.
Yes.
So, when you want me until or partner must in this regard, you are in trouble. Won't you be that? Won't you crossing over? I am number one, you are using my environment to insult me. That's a me free home pono, me no do. How well are you getting to that? So we need to understand all these things. But
Counselor, so are you taking the emotional part of those four stances? Because I also feel one, people call it weakness, but I don't see it as weakness because it is part of us. God created weakness as part of us. So those are natural weaknesses.
Yeah.
Probably lady no want me and share the hustle.
Yeah.
No why any day and what could baby. I mean, should that be a point of say why Bonia may be see that so
but she's not even worried about the fact that at the moment she's still it's not like Obako pay. They are still there. Now she's torn between whether she's torn between Michael is still in the picture. I see. She's torn between whether to let this one go. I mean Abrochara Ghana need here.
You see,
that's where her problem is.
Now, make us choices. When you want to make a choice, you look at the end point.
Yeah.
Or call Michael Onua, or any call Mupi or Mudin or Kudin or Yen BBA. What is the next? That's why your emotion is coming in. Then I had to get what I want.
Only feel now.
Exactly.
And
but that is also part of her. That is also
like in that sense. If is it wrong to feel that way? That now I want to satisfy my emotional.
That is selfish. Because you were once upon a time back and what kind of emotions are you talking about? We share the emotions together. We discuss it. That is what you're supposed to do. But the moment selfishness comes in, that is where we have a problem. We have a problem.
Should she had threatened Nikunu say, look, this is what I'm going through. Emotionally, I'm drained. Sexually, I'm drained. On my ultimatum say ba anasa o man na me ba na
ma ultimatum ba ye discuss it. Man ultimatum na say what create what dwen a kire no. Say me who say there's a premonition be in your mind opeso yo. You call with that tag. You discuss it. Me your bow and then masuk many mema yejuma. This so please ye na bra anas what you have a way of doing it. And that's the wisdom aspect we're talking about.
What's the about a divorce? Say if eventually she says, well, this is it, I still don't want to stay in this. Me die.
Nanaya, mami mount the genesis of marriage.
Okay.
What warrior? And you wanna worry you. Nyankopon eka ho. It's a covenant between you and God. Obani be mani nyina. And now, because of the covenant, God ninsa wo mwayim. Unse obo ha warrior na nyema etumpon. Yes. Nyame sawo. Enti ada ba ko beka se won pen. You have ignored God.
Where you nyame free.
Where you nyame free. And we nyame free then it becomes your own strength. Opesa wo ye na ye yi. That is where the problem is. And he said, your main come and in your beer, but dear Jay, no, there was so one pair, or who say, or Bojamai, or Koso Korea, dear, or yes, we're Janon, just because of that reason, we're Janon, or more bread.
Hey, but it is not just to. It is not just.
No, they make count just here. Say, Obia Bojamai. Obia, that sort of flaw. Mistakes are there. It won't be unfun to me. And one of the key things in marriage is forgive. Forgive. I don't show, but let go. Let God. That is what the problem is.
So your wife or your husband takes this
to hit you.
To hit you.
Yes.
Attempted to kill you on several occasions.
Yes.
Attempted to poison you on several occasions, and you keep on forgiving and stay in that same marriage.
The forgiveness cannot come severally. It can come per that. If I look at the reason of which Emma yes, and maybe me provoke you, me can say me and also Mata Magno, and the ball me. So I am inferring from my action before your action. But me kase a mina what bomb you kumisa some and then major. So always Sabio as
think about you first,
yes,
before the other or the action.
And adeɛ no bibi anyway see a emfiri obi ho eti wana asɛm no fa ho no think about yourself mekobo adwaman menu me hu my mistake forgive you can forgive and you want to marry me forgiveness is the key.
In this case the rabanonti more minute divorce.
Debbie, it's too early.
What are some of the effects of divorce?
Hey nanaya bebreo. You don't feel yourself anymore. Obia was so divorce bia na nijibe oboa. You are pretending. Why? Because you couldn't make it work. There now woman never say so you are now putting up a certain cloud around you. Say we are coming.
But is it always the case?
Inside them, they won't tell you. But inside them, they are dying. Oh, it's a signal. That aspect. The other aspect in the say, we used to see you twin. So people then draw conclusions of you. And you're bonny more, but the perception people do have about you will change. And now, society now, society now, kind. Society now, kind. Fantastic. So it gives you a certain air be around you. Say all is not well with you.
Now, I don't know. In so ben the second person now, Michael now wabem.
Good.
So penesu so no Rabania say okay, me giant. Na me person worry Michael. Michael no sisi obe hu Raban sing.
One no nim baby Rabani friba. But the Rabani niama obe nyina no obe compare. Kwame used to say this to me. You don't say that to me. That's a problem. Comparison. Because you want it as it used to be. On
top of what you know. Kwame has never been a bad guy to the lady.
That's right.
Osheno.
The
problem is so Akwabru
2 years to me nkasa wa ma.
Me know what me say uska.
To me nkasa 2 years 3 years or ma. Who na you there admitted and we call baby akwa we who na nipa no so ma pressure say.
That's it.
You know we na head the so.
Who don't want to go to you?
No, so okaso ojai warrior. I mean, in a decision, but I feel say Kwame nenye nipa onye ne hwe.
Yeah, they no kind question ho mo no onye ne hwe.
Onye ne hwe. And on the south train na I mean, echina bia sa Michael ya so tu kwan ekodi 1 week.
Will be the same. Exactly.
Now what you very different.
Exactly.
Unim time obe feel that sexual orgasm. Do you know what time obe feel that sexual orgasm within that share? When I catch you.
O say ebasa. In some film number say, we me hu bi na o. Miniwani oba no will make references. And that will not work. Naya, it won't work.
Na be man no so about second marriage ne. Wa be for obi yire ne.
One no dey say no nim baby ofiri ba, but obi yire no wa njude bia no be careful. But juma kese. How would I be able to lift the Obano to a certain point? Sebina previous one ayen. When do you anya because of your phone?
Would he also have some negative thoughts about Obana or why?
Oh, definitely.
Considering
on to me some kind of a close relationship sort of thing. And yes, mawa come a
oh no, preso nko
that is the notion. Yes, mawa come a and they get to a point and say, me knew the preemptive me bawar.
So is the lady trying to get married to fulfill her sexual desire?
That is the point. That is today. It's not about today. Achina be na hu of Michael. Michael be your den. Obe page out to said here, sebi kwame here to a point no what was. Because you don't get to a 0 and come to negative. For 0 you go up. Go school here graphs no. That's what it is. Down is negative, up is that. But you start from 0. Obien you wonim. If you start, I na also usua. We learn because
the obedience is na say
who the old woman na udusua na the obedience usua. Could you believe that the setting of tiro at the toilet?
Yes.
We say what to me hang tiro. Emma baby abete na show. Ana what to me about fantastic. Papa na say or ye juma hotel ni ma me so tete no eti wo sha tiro na ma ne hwe me en hwe me oba no so onim no no de bia o de shekire because of this the marriage was abrogated.
Hey
yes
electro ne de say ye hange wo that no so no what they said that the na say toilet no hwe say
that's right
na o twe me
say o twe not
ba ne dan no ntia no so o twe a o be twe afet
mo eno no nkwa when you hear say it's a real cause
eno no nkwa nti we dia wa de so ba na so de wantumi anya de ope
that's it means that one to boase ankyere no de kronti a wo de ne yesi ana no so one thing as say I don't know dan no. But that is the conversation.
Yeah. But that would be a friend of Prof. But that would be a friend of Prof. Prof, sorry to be moody, but Prof, you're Prof. I mean, and I'm it's only the wife.
It's true. No, don't talk.
Again.
At the end of my warrior say, no, I kitty bio. I kitty. Obviously, the number. Obviously, I'm telling you. Me catch the war. I am telling you, if you are not careful, ni antia warrior sia, and you be worry ni jaya be worry jaya, and people will say somewhere and say our jaya, wow, it's not true. No, if really is a statement in the Bible, we need to look at it. Eti wo ba no to no boss e
bo se amma kwan na fra bi na ye nkyere adwene enkomo edie ne na ye di a kyere adwene wa ha eraba no letter no wo fie wo hu ne sen onye ndan uncle edumata o kyerese edumata uncle kwekwe edumata o kyerese oba de nyapte on to no kra mo pepere ne ho so obekomu wo so hu ne sen nei wo a ka obe ye den ana pe me ma wa che boko de
Simple.
Yes, Sempa.
Gabi Masaba.
Yeah, Yankwa.
Obano, Onya Botre. Now, who just 3 years ago.
3 years, yes.
Am I a pet? No, but you could
me and say yes.
Ma, me come in Lucasi, me girlfriend.
O Galloway. Wafahi. phone lent to me in so. Number is 055-669-2445. Friend, it's watching 0566924445. Marchana pay.
Hello, good morning.
Marche Bokode.
Nyamiadu.
Eda Nyamiasi.
Auntie Florence,
Auntie Florence, akwa baby.
Thank you.
What you say say?
My dream say. Kwame na we breaking one.
Ane.
Good. It does be we breaking. Amu ye chuma. Oni ma chuma ho ye. As far as the automation nko ade. So nyamiasi. Good. Second, one time man. Only need drink komo. Komo no kumi mu one day obeba. Na mark no. Only me so. Into one low one amano. Ma oma kwami onja kwami nhwe. Ebe hu aka. We draw the colors all you are saying. Don't want microphone. Don't trust my bomb man. Kwame.
Mate. Me da se pa Auntie Florence. Ene wa dwenche. Also bet me afraid be watch wa dwene 055-6692-445 055-6692-445 Machana pay. Hello.
Hello.
Mache from say offer me fe.
Dinde
Joshua enko.
I'm say o boapa na mishra. Na mishra also na ya. Na I'm say you two assembly me aka.
Mete.
There is something we call definite of purpose. I think say enona eludi e mana omu the way I make me acquire. If you don't have a definite of purpose for what marriage you are going through, a man, majority of them, they like to compete in marriage. Big man, we don't worry if I say anyway. It's like competition among them. The virtuosity inside them to exhibit in marriage, and they don't bring it out. And I mistake almost making kind of if I know two book back from Billy Graham or say the Christ-centered home, the Christ-centered home, Billy Graham, and the back also here. Napoleon Hill, I say outwitting the devil. Now, what chapters more? He was talking about marriage, how people fail in marriages, and it is so enlightening. These two books. My bet me I conclude on my own view with a mini view. Say, I did be the two. Na it's a way when you have definite of purpose for it, you fail. Based on your last based on your fleshly desire, based on what you fail, because brain trace to Krapukas and you say a poor understanding of singleness leads to marry a problem in the future. So far as we are single here now, we need the reason why we are single. You will need to marry a problem in the future. And that is what people don't know.
I was one here no work worry problem. If you don't know why you are single.
And that's the first question. Why? I was saying in able say why am I going to marry? Why is Nanaya? Why is Isaac? What is it? You are the only one who sees it. And
oh mommy, oh papa,
and Tina some one more no more nim the more or some way or Casa Jano or some Jano unim dio
at the Crontia Unyai.
It's yes, dear, yes, I be boy watchna. That is the purpose, he said.
Kafra 055-669-2445 Marchana pay. Hello?
Hello?
Marchana Frost, I'm from Fame.
Wilson from Ashama.
Yanko Wilson.
What I will tell the lady is that he should be careful. The guy is just after the money that the man is sending her. I think he's using some of the money to feed the guy. So the guy knew that the girl have money, not because of marriage. So he should be careful. To take her time and wait for him.
Mate.
But definitely the man will come.
You, Mate, also, I drink saying 055-669-2445. Also, on to no bona Bema no Ebia Nisikan Woody. Bema no, yeah, Juma. Martiana pay. Hello? 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 055-669-2445. Bit me a fracture what you Bema near Juma 055-669-2445. Martiana pay.
Nana
Mate.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yamiado me hoye.
And say, JP can send me a Hana Mujina.
You.
Sister. Then a second, you know. To see Bobby after so few men will not call Abrochili.
Sir, now who couldn't tell you
or Fabrochida. Obasina for Fran.
In fear me and so, Nanti Wap or Fantia, what? No, by a down or quantity. Obetanasi, I won't hear.
Any encase, Obechi to crank, and he said, Obeka say, young man again.
In your champion, my more on can to know
Not
it makes sense.
Now, Oba can say, young more, and I ain't of the iron.
And when you say,
Gaway or that, she'll be doing iron now there.
Mate,
not only train with another.
Medasipa. It be a typical example, any the Ecoso Ewa Shanty region, and I are not. A brandy now, fin crime musician now, Koya, Wako Frimu Yayano. Yes, yes, Sinukunu Abrutri, or Nukunu back. A brandy near him to me, Unim Nedada, of Fikumas in a back, and now I'll go back until one or Cosragel, no, say Fiho. And I am say, no person Joshua, Piabont, and if you know a rabban in the nationality, Fiho. Until Piabont now. I say, Crawford, who and Gassian on Pine Crawford. Ooh, so Pine Crawford. No, mobile.
You don't mean it.
Obi, and no cotton plow on in the Assam Crow Court. Omuguso Adia, Nanaya Court, maybe.
Too bad.
Martiana pay.
Yeah.
Martin. Yeah, France said after me.
A friend justice, me for cut off uncle.
Me too. Wow.
Me bacho run on to the water na aware no yensem bebre obidi akura to me debate say 10 years no my so to me say no
now what you broche 10 years na mtia na mbo pa dem dwale ma bo pa da so na me dwale
oh ma so o tenenka no to me e mane kakra be bi mo di hwan kola no kwa de dia
there's a sexual
and dia say with me ro na o so tenenka is different but o tenenka no kasa kwa de me sure say bia waka de ti wonti na so ama be people say me na de nti na ma wonto me ma
we enche no ba ni ma twentwom say 10 years
oh wo msa de woni me say me yira me ne ti kakra ntukwa so me sister pani wa outside UK onya boss say oba be fam yakọ no a kun say be 1 year mu no kan ya start me ye me nyama kakaka ye pese be ye no say start kwa ni na
we jan tokwa no boga ba
we jai say bibia ya fine me sister no from na din komo na de say we hun say nyama be ye
nti wa to no ba ma ho
yes nti me say na so onya bo 3 years de wa so wa bebe o te ne nkan de
me da ase the mere fast so be kwa bro change so de me be you ya tie no so ho ase ya final words na ye mra so
yes nanaya de me kan say aware ye nwene ye mfa ndi za so manya no afa no wati obanwene ne sai me nwene so that me new be no beti ye ho ase ni aware eye dwuma I keep saying and sabi wanya hunim dia you will not be able to excel ana wonni ntuboase abotra enye dwuma obi eni ho ye fun wo ye pepepe me so me ye pepepe so the uniqueness of us let's look for it ana o warrior me pacho sisi waso the four senses of you work at it close your ears anya bibia na wo se woni hwe anya bibia na wo se ohia anya bibia wo se woka you need to regulate that it is a sabio one study up to that level ubema wiase nyina hu se aware na akoe na nye and obia wo se na ware aseye ɔka tra poto tantantan obi a ɔse na ware ye ya tie nsɛm ɔmoka now I'm giving you an assignment today obi a worry from 20 to 30 40 years kobusa say fantastic 3 words. They won't give you a 2 narrative. 1 word, two words. And so let's look at that and work. So also about worried and you see whoopy. Na ye.
Me da se papa ha ene de nkomo ni nyina be sie na efia da boja ye nti ye de nkomo na si menua ba eye Felicia say na be to adwuma no so adwuma ene o de bre wo medin e de nana ya bre for dan so meni JB ene ye adwuma uncle kweku
mamenka tifo
ene de kai ho na ye di nkomo
mamenka tifo na no ye busua hye mu no Felicia say nkofo no we omo mu no ajolof no omo dua na mu no na enye de
na say Felicia na say on na se de bia na omo ko wonu aduane wo fie wo to aduane wo abonten no ni made dedi na se ti wo ma no
oni na na kwa producer no nkofo mu bejina mu ye aduane mo
wo ma no
ayi usuban
na Felicia wo nya aduane wo fie obi a
omo report omo
me ka mo hwa social media na Felicia no ye na se no
me ka aduane bi hwe ye
na nya
I said edru bi ambese me
kwame na je bi si wa aduane woni aduane ye woni jollof keke jollof Kofi Kinata ye jollof ha ase hye but ne dem
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,